so excited to see all of you. I know that there are many in the room who have known Sadeqa for a long time, knew her as a girl, knew her as a teenager. There's some people in here, I'm sure, who know her as a meditation teacher. There are others of you who know her as Lena Zora and Miles' mom, or, you know, Mr. Glenn Johnson's wife, Mrs. Johnson. She is all of those things. I've come to know her as all of those things. But I met her as a writer, which she most definitely is. We're really excited about her. I'm really excited to celebrate her tonight, to celebrate the culmination of her efforts and her passion and her dedication to this book. But what's even more exciting, well, equally exciting, is the fact that we are launching a publishing house with this book. And why that's so exciting is that there are so many of our stories that are being overlooked, and there are so many writers. This is the first book for 12th Street Press, but it will not be the last. Sadeqa is its first author, but she will not be the only author. We are going to introduce you all to some new voices that deserve to be heard. And without further ado, I'm very excited to introduce Sadeqa Murray, because I got to put the Murray in there. Sadeqa Murray Johnson.
So you guys want to hear a little bit from the book?
Yes!
All right. So you know that this is a long-distance love story. How many long-distance love affairs? I know I have a lot of friends. I know I have a lot of friends who have been in long-distance relationships. Well, Glenn and I actually started off in a long-distance relationship, and so that was kind of the inspiration for the story. And then as I was writing it, I was feeling like Love Jones. I was feeling like Love and Basketball. I was feeling like Mo Better Blues. I feel like we haven't had those movies in a really long time. And that was my inspiration, is that I wanted to see a good black love story on screen. So we'll start with having it in your hand, and we're going to put that dream out there. So this is the beginning. This is chapter 1. And this is when, well, I'll just read it. Warren had left her ticket at the door. While the coat check girl stashed away her carry-on, Erica touched up her lip gloss, raked her reddish-brown hair around her shoulders, and adjusted the belt to her pencil skirt. After dropping a few bucks into the girl's tip jar, she headed up the inside flight of stairs to the main lounge. The music grew stronger as she reached the top landing, and her ears recognized Warren's horn wailing before she entered the room. Maybe he wouldn't notice that she was late. The club was jam-packed with Friday night patrons, old-school jazz enthusiasts, college students, and a handful of after-work sophisticates. Erica tried to blend in unnoticed, but when she glanced over at the stage, Warren pointed his trumpet at her, firing 3 sharp notes in her direction. Their eyes met. I told you I was having a love journey. Their eyes met, and her breathing slowed to a sway. It was always beautiful watching Warren play. His almond brown skin glistened with sweat under the spotlight, and his shoulders hunched around his ears, keeping time with the rhythm. She loved his lips, thick like braids of licorice, and when he pursed them against the mouthpiece of his trumpet and mashed the brass valves, the notes flowed like he was singing high-pitched vocals. The bassist was strumming with his eyes closed, rocking with his upright instrument and plucking the strings, while the drummer answered with soft, sexy brushing. The pianist joined in, playing staccato, but Warren topped them all with a whine that was so long and clear, it got under your skin but felt good at the same time. The quintet went on like that for a while, and then Warren raised his trumpet in the air, shooting off notes back to back like firecrackers, with the others behind him snapping, pounding, and popping. Erica clapped along with the crowd until her palms stung, and he tipped his trumpet at her before taking a bow. A couple rushed Warren as he left the stage, but he barely took his eyes off Erica while he spoke to them. After the admirers drifted on, Warren strolled towards her, smiling that crooked grin that she liked to think was reserved just for her. She finger-waved him over, knowing she was blushing like it was a first date. "Took you so long." He dipped his lips, and Erica fell against him like syrup. "My mother."